What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're in full Cherubi evolution teams. So we've got Cherubi, Cherrim, and Sunshine form. I guess you could say Overcast form. Now, this is sort of like an evolution team, but it's a different forms team at the same time. So I've got the Chlorophyll ability and Flower gift to work with here. So not a lot of leeway. I've got 4 Pokemon, so I'll be using 2 Cherubi and 2 Cherrim to make up a team of 4. If you want your own custom theme team or Pokemon sweep, you can check it out at patreon.com/pinblind tier 2 and above. Let's get into both these battles. So we've got 2 of them, and we've got a lot of cherry action today. And we got the first battle here. This is against Cotmeister. Now, I actually narrated this battle just then, right? But I did it again. For some reason, like, I clicked the record button and then I went back to see, go over the video and stuff, and my narration was muted. It happened again. It rarely ever happens to me, but I think I did it the other day too, so I'm really salty right now. So the first Pokemon is going to be Diglett, right? It's going to use Mud Slap. I love versing, a Pokemon that uses Mud Slap turn 1. It just fills me with a joy, I can't wait to miss every move. So go for the Sunny Day here on Cherubi. Let me explain what this set is. So I've got Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Pollen Puff. I've got Max Speed and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. I've got the item Focus Sash, and I've got the ability Chlorophyll. So it's a special sweeper in the sun, pretty much, Now, 1 Solar Beam will easily be enough to take out a Diglett. It just depends whether it has a Focus Sash or not. And, of course it's got a Focus Sash, of course. So I'm going to get a crit, and I got a crit too, and that would have taken out every single Diglett on the face of the earth, all its family tree and stuff like that. So here comes another Mud Slap here. I think it just dodged a couple of my attacks here, basically for the Mud Slap. Now, I actually, with tonight's upload, obviously it's a little bit later on than I normally uploaded. That's not because of the narration, having to redo it and stuff like that. I was a little bit busy with the Pokemon Go Fest today, so a little bit of a later upload. So that's kind of why, if you were curious. I'll be back with. I should be back with my battles tomorrow onwards as well. And just a little sort of small little update here. I actually am going to give a stream on YouTube a try as well. So I don't know whether that's going to be this week or the next week, but I will announce something on my channel as well. But just for my viewers at the moment, I will be probably trying out a YouTube stream. All right, next Pokemon that we got is going to be the Tyrant, and it's going to go for a double team, right? Now, this is kind of bad, because we've got a couple of Mud Slaps already thrown against us, and we've got a Tyrant of double team. Now, I went for the Sunny Day. I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Sunny Day, and then I'm going to swap Cherubi out, and then I'm going to take this Tyrant out before it gets too many double teams up, right? So I got that going, and then it uses Block. I'm like, oh, I can't swap out here. So now my Cherubi is trapped in, and the Tyrant's got a double team up, and I've got a couple of, accuracy drops from the Mud Slaps. So okay, there's only one thing to do here. I've got to go for Solar Beam, and I've got to take this thing out, right? So go for Solar Beam on Tyrant. It's a bulky Tyrant, all right? It's a bulky Tyrant. So now Tyrant's going to go for a Swag here, and I can sort of see what this set's about. So it's going to trap the opponent in. You're going to get some double teams up, and then you're going to confuse them. So I'm sure at this stage, I'm sure there's one other move that sort of completes the strategy. Unless he fully wants me to hit myself for confusion, I wouldn't, take that away. There could definitely be a possibility. So go for another Solar Beam on the Tyrant. It's like, okay, this is good. I only have to land one more attack on this Tyrant, and then it's done. So Tyrant is going to go for another Swag here, and that's plus 4 in attacks. Like, man, this is going to hurt if I hit myself, but I should be okay, Pollen Puff is going to miss. I'm like, dang, this really, really sucks. So the next move it's going to go for is another double team. So it's got 2 double teams up now. It definitely has to have Everlight. It can't have Bright Powder, because that's it took that Solar Beam way too well. Even though the Cherubi's special attack isn't really great, he did take that down rather well. So the other move the Tyrant has got is going to be the Toxic. So it's got Toxic and Swagger. So I can see now that the Toxic will eventually take the opponent out, and then maybe you'll hit yourself 1 or 2 times in confusion, and that'll be enough, to obviously make someone very, very salty. I'm definitely not salty right now. So now it's going to avoid another attack, and I'm going to slowly die to this poison, and maybe I could even hit myself in confusion as well. So Pollen Puff is going to miss once again. Tyrant is going to go for another Swagger. That is 3 Swaggers now, so I've got +6 in attack. It'd be good if I had a physical move. This would be very, very good. Be very, very nice. I wish I had a mixed Cherubi right now. It was difficult with Cherubi, guys. I was looking at my team. I tried to split it up into 2 attackers and 2 special attackers. So Cherubi ended up hitting itself in confusion, and I'm going to fake to the Toxic. I actually thought I'd fake to one one of those confusion hits. I guess I wasn't running any attack and stuff like that, and his attack stat isn't really, sky high. It's terrible. Next Pokemon is going to be Cherrim. Now, this is my physical set as well. We got Rollout, Giga Impact, Grassy Glide, and Sunny Day. Now, the cool thing is when you use a Sunny Day, the Flower Gift ability will activate, and you'll have the Sunshine form for as long as the sun is out. And you'll get a boost in your attack and your special defensive stat, which is going to be kind of nice on a physical set. So Tyrant's first move here is to go for Toxic. I thought they might try and go for Block, but I guess Toxic would have been a better first move, So what I can do here with my Cherrim, my physical set, I've got the item as Wide Lens, and I've got the rollout. So it's like, I'm going to go for a rollout. Let's see if I can get a rollout suite with, Cherrim, maybe. But I need like a couple of, probably 2 hits to take out Tyrant because it's going to resist the first one, So now it's got a poison up against me. It's going to go for block. So I'm blocked in, I'm poisoned. I cannot let it get a swagger off here. So I'm not going to let that happen. So bye-bye Tyrant. The good thing about Wide Lens as well, I can't miss a rollout, which is very, very good. Unless it got, a couple of lucky misses from that double team earlier on, but that didn't happen, thank goodness. So now our Dragapult is going to go for Astonish. It's going to outspeed me, and it's going to try and flinch me. I can see what's happening here. So go for rollout on the Dragapult. This is a third rollout. Excellent damage there. I'm going to need one more rollout to take it out. Unfortunately, Cursed Body kicks in, so I'm going to have no chance of taking it out. I'm going to have to go for a Grassy Glide. That's about it. The problem is here, I'm going to get basically Astonished here, and the Toxic is going to take my Cherrim out. So I can see what sort of set that is. It's like a trolling set with Tri-Attack and Astonish. So they fire off the Tri-Attack, hope for the status, and once the status actually happens, then you go for Astonish. You try and get that 30% chance flinch. Next Pokemon is going to be Cherubi here. Now, let me explain this. This is my bulky Cherubi. I know, a bulky Cherubi. I knew I'd pretty much channel right. So we've got Sunny Day, Leech Seed, my favorite healing move, and Toxic. We've got the ability Chlorophyll, and I've got the item Everlight. The EV spread is max health and max defense, bold nature. So a very, very defensive set. I thought about running some more bulky sets on this team, but I mean, the real problem is when you look at a Cherubi team, it's very, very weak to fire. And the problem is, too, you need to set up the Sunny Day to get all the abilities to activate. So, then you're powering up the fire-type moves on top of that, So, this Dragapult is going to try and, freeze me, paralyze me, burn me with Tri-Attack. I'm hoping for... I'd really like, if I was to get status, I'd like burn, probably at least on this set. Freeze would be bad, and, paralyze would be just annoying because, that'd be paralyzed and then the flinch, I don't know, I feel like I'd probably hardly ever get an attacking move off. So Dragapult is going to get some more toxic damage here. It's only a matter of time before this does fade. It's going to go for another Tri-Attack here, and it's not doing that much damage, but it does get the burn. It's okay, I knew there was going to be something that happened. It had to be. But I got the best status out of all of them for this move set, I guess. If I was running a physical set, that wouldn't have been too good. So setting the Sunny Day up again on the Dragapult. The Dragapult's got the leftovers too, so I guess that's going to allow it to live another extra turn. But I do have the Leech Seed going too, which is healing me up. So I've got Chlorophyll here, but since I don't have any... firstly I'm versing a Dragapult, which is really, really fast already, and I don't have any speed EVs, I won't be able to outspeed that. But, a lot of the time I could outspeed Pokemon just purely to that double base in speed. So now it's going to go for Astonish, and then I get flinched. I was like, yep, I knew it was going to happen. The only good thing about it is I've got the poison on Dragapult. If I didn't have a poison on that, it'd be very bad. And Leech Seed as well, so I had the double status going on it there. Thanks to my bulky Cherubi, you got to try out bulky Cherubi. Now, people, if you do enjoy the videos, make sure you do leave a like on there. It helps me out, and it helps you out for your subscriptions. I'm trying to think of a good question of today. This is a serious question of the today, right? Very serious, mature question. Would you eat a Cherubi, right? A Cherubi or a Cherrim? What is Cherrim anyway? I know that obviously Cherrim is a Cherubi is a cherry, but what is cherry? It's I know it's some sort of fruit, Is it another sort of cherry? I'm not. It's called Cherrim, so you'd think it'd be another cherry. I'm just having a look at it, but normally they don't have those plants on top of it. Maybe it's a different style of cherry or a different style of fruit. But do you like cherries? You know what? That's the question of the day. Do you like cherries? Malabar is the next Pokemon to come in here. Unfortunately, there's not much I can actually do to it. I could try and heal up here, but I wanted to get the Toxic and the Leech Seed happening on to set up my Cherrim Sunshine form. So with cherries, right, I like the taste in them, but I hate that you got to eat around the pit. I guess that's a first world problem, but like, that's the thing I don't like. You have to eat around that little, really hard little pit on the inside of that. It's like a stone fruit. I don't know, for some reason I always have them around Christmas time, or people give them to me around Christmas time. Next Pokemon is going to be Cherrim. This is the shiny one. This is the best shiny out of all of them, in my opinion. So I've got Sword Dance, Petal Blizzard, Play Rough, Unsunny Day. What I want to do first is set the Sunny Day up. Now, I'm a little bit scared of Psycho Cut and like Night Slash, because they're critting moves, or they got a critting chance, and I really don't want to get critted, but I have to set the sun up. I don't want to see what this is going to do first. So Malamut's going to go for our Akka Pressure. I'm like, oh, I hope this doesn't get a speed boost or an attack boost. This will be bad. It got a special attack boost. I'm like, okay, that's really good, you know. That's not going to benefit Malamut at all. Unless it's like been hiding a special move on it. So it's like a mix set, you know. You never know sometimes with mix set Pokemon. So I'm going to go for a Sword Dance. I'm going to like, bugger it, let's go for that Sword Dance. I've got the Sunny Day up. I've got the +2 in attack. I have to do something right here. So I've risen my attack. Here comes Psycho Cut. Psycho Cut actually crits me. I'm like, oh, okay, I lived the crit. So that was very, very nice. So now I've got some extra health back from the Leech Seed, and I got the Toxic damage. So that was good from using that for the Cherubi earlier on. It allowed my Cherrim to get a bit of health back, you know, and put Malamut on like a lower amount of health. So I didn't have to go for Dynamax, you know, right away. So going for Petal Blizzard, that is going to be the end of the Malamut. Now there's only one more Pokemon left. That's it. But this Pokemon really worried me in the team preview. I was like, what am I going to do to this? So this is going to be the Cherrim versus the Trevenant. So I've got Max Starfall as my best option here. Now, since my opponent hasn't Dynamax either, I know they'll Dynamax Trevenant. And there's also another thing you got to consider here. I wasn't sure if this is 100% going to be it, but if the Trevenant has the Harvest ability and the Sunny Day is up, that means if it's going to be harvesting a berry, it's going to activate 100% of the time while it's sunny. So I'm like, I hope it isn't a harvest set, but I was a little bit scared. So I was like, oh, I hope I don't do like, I was like, if I need to do a lot of damage, right, but if I do too much damage, I'm bound to activate one of these berries if it does have one. That's what I was thinking anyway, but I was hoping it didn't have that, but I knew that it probably did, you know, because Harvest is a really cool ability, and, you know, Trevin mostly runs it. So go for the Dynamax Max Starfall here, coming off the Play Rough on the Trevin. Trevin is quite bulky, and it lives it, so that's a 3-hit KO. I'm going to need a critical hit to actually take it out. So I've got the Misty Terrain on the field. Now I was like, what is Trevin actually going to do to me? A Ghost type move? That's probably about it. And now it's going to go for a Max Phantasm. I'm like, okay, I probably won't live this. And I lived it on 7 health. I was like, man, that was really, really close. So I was thinking to myself right here, well, these are my options. I have to get a crit. Or I go for Max Guard. I mean, I can stall a turn out, but I still have to get hit by another turn of Dynamax. So I went for the Max Guard here to see what's going to happen. 3 minutes of the battle left. Max Overgrowth. So any move will take me out at this point. So it's got a Grass and a Ghost move, which is fine. I decided to risk the double Max Guard, and it worked. I was like, wow, that was really, really lucky. And Trevor is going to not be able to lay a branch finger on me. So that's the end of the Dynamax for both my Cherrim Sunshine form and the Trevenant. So man, that was lucky. This gives me a rare opportunity to go for the Play Rough without it being Dynamax. It doesn't miss, and it was enough to take it out. Wow, so the Max Guard, like the double Max Guard in a row, actually won me the battle there. So thank you for the battle, Cop Moveset. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the double Max Guard as much as I did. Man, that was truly lucky getting that. Next battle, this is against Beal. Oh, this is cool. So this battle, this is another question of the day here, people, if you didn't answer the Cherry one, or if you're still watching right now. What is this theme team by my opponent? Now, I'll give you a clue here. I like to give people a clue. It's a show that I watched when I was very young. So as you can imagine, it's quite a old show. And it's also a cartoon. So there's your clues for today. So the first Pokemon is going to be Nidoran. It's going to set the Toxic Spikes up. I'm going to go for the Sunny Day of Cherubi, right? We're going to get that sun happening. Pretty much I always needed... looking at my team, I had 3 Sunny Day users. I feel like that was minimum 3 Sunny Day users. So go for the Weather Ball here. It's going to get a double boost there, turning into a Fire type. And that's going to be then the Nidoran. So Nidoran gets dropped in one shot, which is awesome. So next Pokemon is going to be the Wimpod. It's like, okay, Wimpod. Well, I know that I can activate the Wind Out ability if I go for Solar Beam. And that'll, automatically swap it out. So that'll be good. I mean, it should do a lot of damage. Like, Wimpod isn't exactly what you call the most bulky Pokemon in the world either. So firing off that Solar Beam on the Wimpod right there, it just gets absolutely nuked in one shot. So that's Nidoran down and Wimpod down. So, Cherubi's like low-key sweeping right now. Next Pokemon, it's got to be the Nidoran male. So Nidoran male and female. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go for a Weather Ball here, Go for Weather Ball again. Best move I've got against the Nidoran. So the Nidoran male is also going to get dropped in one shot. So that's 3 Pokemon down there. We're getting a Cherubi sweep. Now, I believe I have done a Cherubi sweep on my channel before. Like, it would have probably been in Gen 7, but I don't know, a real avid Pipnite fan would know that one. But anyway, we got the next Pokemon is Bagon. And I was like, well, I'll just go for Pollen Puff. It's my best attacking move. So doing a little dance there, excellent damage to Bagon, almost take it out. And unfortunately, Bagon's going to have the Fire Fang, but I've got the Focus. So like, okay, this is cool. I might be able to take this Bagon out right now, but the Sunlight is going to fade. So that's the 5 turns of the Sun God. Bagon's going to outspeed me because Chlorophyll is not activated, doubling my speed, and that is the end of Cherubi. But what an absolute, that was like a gauntlet of KOs there. So both the Nidoran's Wimpod and, a lot of Bagon's health too. So going into Cherubi number 2 here, like, you watch this, you wouldn't read about this. So I'm going to get poisoned by the Toxic Spikes. So I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, well, I can go for Toxic and then go for Leech Seed. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to hit me with a Fire Fang, does really good damage to me, over half my health. And I went for the Sunny Day first because I was thinking about my other teammates. And of course, I was thinking about the Chlorophyll too. So I'd be able to outspeed the Bagon, So Toxic is going to come into effect here. I was like, well, I should be able to put a Toxic and then a Leech Seed on this Bagon. And that should be enough to take it out, right? It's got Fire Fang in the Sun. It's a very, very threatening Pokemon. Now, my opponent is going to go for a Dynamax Bagon. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. I don't really want to get hit by Max Flares. Like, if I'm thinking about this, like, looking at my entire team, they're all grass. Max Flare from a physical move will one-shot my entire team, That's a bad thing. So I'm glad I sort of did some damage. So first team, they went for Max Guard. Like, okay, fair enough. I guess they wanted to get some extra damage there from the Toxic, and then they'll attack me with Max Flare afterwards, right? I am going to be able to outspeed them, though. That's the only thing. So I know that I can at least get one attack. So then they went for another Max Guard. I was like, okay, 2 Max Guards in a row. That was lucky. I got that myself earlier on. So that was really, really lucky they're getting 2 in a row. So some more Toxic damage on my Cherubi. So like, okay, well, this time I'm going to do it. They got 3 Max Guards in a row on their Vega. Like, what? And I went for Leech Seed, and it's not going to do anything. It's like, man, this thing completely stalled out my Chlorophyll. So I lived on 1 health. It was so close there. So it completely stalled out every single turn of Chlorophyll. So either avoided every single hit. Then they swapped it out. So they didn't want to lose their Bagon. That was wild. So now they're going to swap in Smoochum. Like, okay, well, Smoochum. I'm not sure what this set's going to be, I went for Toxic anyway because I thought that'd be better than Leech Seed, like it could easy swap again. So got the Toxic on the Smoochum right here. Now, they brought 5 Pokemon. It was a 4 versus 5 battle. So the Sun is now gone. I was like, well, I need to probably set up the Sunny Day here, but I'm going to faint to Toxic anyway. So that's the end of Cherubi. Now, with the Toxic Spikes being up in the field, it wasn't a bad poison because they only laid out 1 of them, so it's just normal poison. So bring in my Cherrim now. This is the rollout Giga Impact set with Grassy Glide. So I was like, all right, well, I've got Giga Impact and I've got Sunny Day. How about I just use Sunny Day, then I use Giga Impact, right? I know this thing will probably leave a rollout because it's going to be really weak on the first one. So I can easily go for Sunny Day and then go for Giga Impact. That should be enough to, easily take it out. Plus, I've only just set the Sun up too, which is good. So I've got my Sunshine form here. Now, on the Sunshine form, I got a special defense boost. If I didn't get that special defense boost, that was it. Smoochum would have one-shotted me there. I was like, man, that was really lucky that, it was so fortunate. And I had Toxic damage too. Like, I was definitely fainting. So I was very, very fortunate that the Sunshine form actually gets that boost in special defense. So going for Giga Impact now. I've only got a bit of health left. Nothing to lose here. And that is going to be the end of the Smoochum. Man, that thing was a threat. So this Bagon and Smoochum, they're really big threats. So Cherrim's going to take some Toxic damage. I lived on 1 health again. The merch is available once again there. Last Pokemon is the Bagon we've seen from earlier on. So, all right. Let's take this Bagon out, but I've got to recharge, and it's going to go for a Fire Fang and take out Cherrim. So I've got 1 more Cherrim left. If I get hit by a Fire Fang from this Bagon, I'm done. Like, I'm actually done. So my options here, move options-wise, I had Sword Dance. Obviously, I couldn't use that. I had Petal Blizzard. I got Petal Blizzard and Play Rough. That was my only attacking move. I was like, well, I'm not risking a Petal Blizzard. I'm going to have to go for a Play Rough here. But I'm gonna have to go for a Desperation Dynamax here, because if Play Rough misses, I'm done. So I got to go for Dynamax against a Bagon. People are going to be roasting me for this one, but I couldn't take the risk, because I know if I went for Play Rough there, it would slide on, right on by Bagon, and then it would take me out 5 bang. I knew that was going to happen. But anyway, people, that is the end of the second battle there. A really, really cool thing, if you could guess it. And if you enjoyed this battle, of course, my videos, please drop a like on there. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, for a video. If not, I'll be back on Monday. I've been pretty busy with the Pokemon Go Fest thingy. Anyway, people, that is it. Bagon is going to go down to the Play Rough, or the Max Starfall, of course. But that was crazy. You got to see a triple Max Guard. Not something you get to see very often. Only up in our channel, people. All right, people. I'll catch you for another video next time. Peace out.